You gotta love seeing stuff like this. Old abandoned mining camp on the river. There's just stuff everywhere. Compressor over here. That was an Adit right here. Even better. An Adit right there. Actually might be one there too. There's stuff cutting back there. Old pair of waders. That's some quartz. Gold pan. Stokes litter. Ah, there's just so much stuff here. This is wild. Wow, that's a grape. That's wild grape. Wow, it's wild, but that's grape. Now growing in the wild. Old refrigerator. More ore samples. And we're gonna have to go down there. There's a landing down there with a bunch of stuff.
All the way up the top there.
Alright, just inside the portal. And as you can hear, it's wet. This is an old mine, a very old mine, but it's had more recent work done, as you can see from the more modern infrastructure. Already coming out the water, which is nice. You can see a bunch of quartz on the ground. See a modern aluminum ladder up ahead. Good echo in here. You see drill steel pounded into the ribs periodically, where they hung the utilities in the past, like that. Buckets. This is not quartz that's surrounded by this is dust. You see an old drill mark right there. So I got a ladder running up there. You can go check that out on the way out. There's got to be a fair amount of quartz up there. You see a vein over here, but what I'm referring to is all the busted up quartz down here. And then the Adit keeps going. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like complex rail. Okay, now this is what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at that vein. That is quartz. That's a big fat quartz vein right there. So no surprise, this is all cleaned out. They've obviously spent a fair amount of time down here chipping all this out. Well, it goes overhead too. It's just one big blob of quartz right here. Here's some ore they appear to have collected. Quartz vein keeps running all through here. And then it looks like, yeah, they ran down on it there, but that's all underwater now. I can't tell how far that kept going. You see there's a chute right here. And it just disappears into the murk. No idea how far that went. But if down there it looks anything like it looks up here, I'm not surprised. They ran it out. Behind me, I see this old wooden infrastructure. And I see the rails. The rails are headed off back there. This is all backfilled. Well, not all backfilled because I can see there's space. As I keep running back there, I have to crawl back there. So I'll pick up back there. There are my friends looking down those lower workings, we were talking about it, and it looks like a slusher ramp, sort of. So, it could be a drift level, could be winds, it's hard to say. Back here, though, just faced out. So, if you look, you see no sign of that quartz at all. I mean, other than what's on the ground that they tossed back here, but I'm talking about, you don't see any sign of the vein back here, so I understand why they stopped and just worked on that big blob. We just finished looking down there, past this on the way in. I think I flashed the camera over here just to show you the space. But now we're gonna run it out. Looks like just stopes. And that right there might be the other side of that wet section that we saw. But yeah, look, they ran back there. And this is stopped because you can see the vein pinches out. I think this is all stope action. It goes way back. And up. Oh yeah, there's more stoping up there. There's a stope running off in all directions, all hitting this big blob of quartz here. Been really curious to know how this assay is out. Oh no, I thought that wet section there might run over to the other side, but whatever's on the other side must run lower than that. This right here actually looks like the remains of a slusher ramp as well. That doesn't.
There's a slusher pin back here.
Okay, that makes sense. I was just looking at this thing in front, thinking it was a slusher ramp, so, or the remains of one. So, what's back there? Is just stope?
It's just pocket.
Yeah, I think we're just in one big stope.
A lot of rail stuff back there, but it connects around.
Gotcha. And here you can see they're losing the vein again, which is why they stopped. Yeah, he's right. There's just pockets all over. And kind of hard to walk on all this rubble. Yeah, bunch of rail tossed back there. All right, let's pick up over there. This is the other side of all that rail junk that was tossed back here. And in front of me, you can see the really distinctive trough carved out by a slusher. So they're dragging a slusher through here. We got more stoping running up. See the quartz vein right there? Guess what? They followed it up and cleaned all of that out. And then they kept running ahead back that way. So let's get back there and see how that looks. Very dark rock back there. I was just sitting back there where my buddy's sitting now. We've traded places, and I followed the slusher pathway up here. You can see it very clearly. So there would have been, yeah, they'd have had a slusher pin set up there, there. So that all fits, and then it looks like they're doing some exploratory work back here, but doesn't look like it paid out because I see the vein there, a few inches wide, and it's just getting narrower and narrower and narrower until it pinches out to practically nothing right there, and then it's gone completely, and that's just faced out right there. So interesting, seeing this huge blob of quartz. Really makes you wonder what else is here, you know. If you had an X-ray vision or geological X-ray vision, you could see a few hundred feet in every direction. It would be interesting to know where else those big blobs of quartz might be, or gold, or whatever. We just checked out that area back there where the big quartz blob is, and I'm back at the ladder. So I think it's time we confront this mystery. So I'll climb up there and see how things look. Still on the ladder, came up enough to see what's up here, kind of anticlimactic on this side, just faces out. You can see the quartz vein here they were working on. Behind me, it connects to those stopes that we looked up. That's my buddy up there, just confirming all that. Is that face out too?
No, that's another winds up into that second chamber. That's an older area. There's some old food cans. And the wiring I saw is old incandescent lights.
Ah, okay.
And now I've got a chamber here.
Okay.
And that'll be the last one for this level, then we go up another level.
Okay. So it's more stoping and winzes dropping down. Well, not winzes, but passages dropping down to the stoping below. So
I see that
just
orange pipe and there's
just
old,
big stopy festival up here. I came down the ladder, back into the big blob stope chamber, into the edges of it, and I'm gonna head up this raise. I guess you'd call it an ore pass, really. Anyway, I'm gonna head up here to that next level of stopes I couldn't access from the ladder because it wasn't possible to transfer from the ladder over to where my friend was. So I'm gonna shoot up this rubble here and I'll join you up where my friend was. I just climbed up from there, fairly steep and strenuous. Got a bit of a color show for us up here. With some flowstone mixed in front of me. Flowstone and stuff on its way to being flowstone. And then this little drift here runs out to where my friend was. There's an old modified air receiver tank here. That's pretty interesting. So they obviously drifted through these sections to connect the different stopes. That's down where I was looking up. So the ladder's over there. I was looking up through here. You see my friend's there, and then that runs out and pinches out there. So I'm gonna crawl over to there. Catching my breath over where my friend was, and we're sizing up this cage in front of us. It's got 4 hooks on top that couldn't have carried a lot of weight. Little latch down there, and it's screened in on the sides. Best we have, it was some kind of refrigerator for food, for the miners' lunches perhaps. But we're happy to stand corrected if somebody has a better idea. But for us, we've got old school refrigerator on our mind. I don't think they had chickens down here. Be a small chicken pen anyway. Next, this drift keeps going that way. Except you see all those big slabs that have come down? That is fairly old. So there could be some good stuff back there. You can get through, but you got to go up and over those to get to where the drift keeps running. So we're going to do it, but we'll do it carefully. And like I said, there's good potential because that's been blocked off for a while. So it might be something good back there. We'll find out. So I just crawled up through the rubble pile. I let my friends run ahead on this one, and I'm afraid we're done.
It just runs 20 feet and it raises up about another 20 feet to a chamber that's backfilled or collapsed. And it winds down about 3 feet. It's filled with water.
All right, well, it had good potential, and you got to chase these out because this is where you find the good stuff, but not this time. Good quartz back here. See that quartz right there, too?
Yeah, that's a big vein.
All right. We're checking out the last of these pockets here, and notice the strong airflow on this one. My buddy just said he saw daylight, so
I see trees.
Trees and daylight. Let's go out this way. It's gonna be easier going out this way if we can.
Yeah, it's wide open as long as there's not a cliff right underneath this.
Well, let's hope for the best. I'll pick up there. My friend climbing up there. I was just down where he is, or what? Yeah, he is. And look at that. cool view to the outside world. And my buddy's standing up, so obviously that is a way out. So I'll pick up out there and show you the view back. That's where we just popped out from. We're already calling it the Bear Cave because we're in that kind of country and it's got that kind of look. Pretty cool. Now we just need to figure out how to navigate this wash and get out of here now. But it was worth it for the view. It's pretty here. So we'll get up, get this figured out. We're checking out that area up there and come down to this next landing. Kind of hard to piece together what was here because there's not much left, but we suspect it might have been a mill. You've got some concrete foundation and some pretty significant equipment components and a lot of trash mixed in. But they're milling here, and that looks like crushed quartz right there. They could have dumped the tailings right in the river, which was not uncommon at all back in the day. We hiked down from way up there. So a job getting out, obviously. Gotta say, I love, yeah, see there the big rock bolts here too, suggesting something serious is anchored here. And you have these different levels as a mill does. Somebody's busting up quartz by hand right there with that sledgehammer. Oh, there's more concrete foundation right there. Taking a closer look at the engine here.
Clutch, accelerator maybe, shifter, single barrel carburetor. And check this out, Yale.
Oh wow.
It's a little key to lock it.
That's cool.
Looking for manufacturer's marks.
Yeah, hopefully there's one.
Just got some numbers.
Looks like a retaining wall right there.
That's probably filled with bees. Don't open it.
All right, we assumed there would be a yellow jacket nest underneath that, but
We risked it.
we risked it and there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Definitely needs some oil, as you can see.
4-cylinder.
Not looking so good on the oil side. There's a little bit left. We could probably fire it up.
Spark plugs are still here.
Oh, spark plugs are still here? We could definitely fire this up. Where are those spark plugs?
Made in USA.
Oh, they're there.
AC Delco.
Nice.
But those are definitely not original to the engine.
There's so much here. I'm going to do another run through. Just noticed this wheelbarrow has been sort of repaired with a piece of drill steel shoved in there for a handle. It's just an extraordinary amount of stuff here. I'm sure you guys watching this are seeing a lot of stuff that I'm not seeing as I'm looking at other stuff. Is this empty?
Oh, that's empty, yes. I was about the attic.
Trash barrel. And I speculated that this cutout here might have been another adit. It looks like an adit. I see the face right there, all the rail. Hard to say. Could have been a cutout for a building. It seems odd to have an adit right next to each other like that, but you never know. Old lantern right there. Well, my friend didn't come back, so either dead or it goes, so I came in. Looks like the stuff in here is not dissimilar from what's outside. There's my other friend coming in. I got trash tossed all back there, but I think that's the face right there. So I'm gonna go ahead to my left where all the rail and utilities are going. And let's see what's up here. I see my friend's light. So he's coming back. Got a little stope right here. See a little bit of quartz, but not much. What's the word?
Another stope on the right, a little bigger, raises up. Doesn't look like a connection with upper workings. And then failed stope at the end. Plug the drift. And
Okay.
the trash does not let up.
Oh, wow. Alright, so not really worth.
Not worth it.
Not worth it.
Most polluted mine ever.
Oh, it runs up behind us too. Yeah, there's a lot of trash in here, it's true. Alright. Not worth it. There's a lot here. And by a lot here, I mean a lot in other places outside. So, we'll carry on. We were just looking around down there. Came up to the next level. See, there was some sort of platform set up here. And we have, looks like an old International. The doors were wide open, so I can't imagine what the inside's gonna look like.
Pretty good.
Oh yeah, it looks great actually.
Compared to what we usually find.
Yeah, there was still a touch of sarcasm in me saying it looks great, but he has a point about how it compares to what we normally find, where they're all burned out. No, I was right. It is an International. Good.
Can't see one.
It's no fun looking dumb on camera. Alright, it's been here a while. The road coming in is steep to say the least, so.
96 this was driving.
96, really?
96.
I would not have expected that. That boulder probably slabbed off, maybe from right there. Hasn't been there too long because you can see all the lichen on the back, and there's none.
98.
There's none on the top. And so I suspect that actually slabbed off either there or maybe from there, but that did quite a job. If you didn't hear him say that, that was 98. The license plate's got a 96 sticker on it, so this thing was rumbling around the hills more recently than I would have expected. Got a road. Wow. Hard to imagine this road is being used in 96 or 98, but you get some harsh weather up here. We came down over there, but we'll go out on this one. We were pretty sure there was an adit up here next to this thing, but that one that was filled with trash, that might have been the main adit at this site that unfortunately caved. Alright, we're starting the long hike out. Last view of the river.